And they just have so much wombo combo. They have fantastic engage and so many great pieces behind it, right? They're going to have the Udyr Orianna combo, the Orianna Rel combo. You know, there's so much going on. Even Orianna with Pantheon is great. And again, it's Genji up against Nongshim. And if it's anything like game number 1, I think this might even... I wouldn't say it's going to be more one-sided than game 1, but we might see a repeat performance, perhaps, coming into game number 2.
It very well might be. And, you know, Nongshim's comp has things. Peanut has an amazing Italy. We've already seen that. There are things like the Rakan and the Nod that can have a lot of impact. You have good poke with Victor and Italy. So now you can just go in here, get vision. He will not spot. He can just kill him here.
Peanut? Sir, this is not your jungle. Please leave. Well, and here he is again. Rich is still taking traits, looking for this one. As Rascal misses the Q. And this might be the first blood coming in if he goes for the flash. He misses the boomerang. And that is not going to be Rascal going down.
No. At this point, you don't really need to, right? You can just play it slow, shove out the wave, and then look for maybe a punish on Bay or the Rift Herald when it will spawn. Rascal needs to be careful, though.
Well, the spear is going to be off. And you see that Peanut is sticking around as much as possible, waiting for that Mega Gnar, and they will be able to convert. There it is. We got a dive in the bottom side, though, from the side of Genji. Fantastic disengage, though, from Duckdom and Kellen, who do get out of there. But Ruler and Life will be able to reap some of those benefits from the turret plays, at least.
Not really what you're looking for.
Yeah. So here's this play up on the top side, and at first it doesn't look like much, but then you see the Gnar bar, and you're like, oh, this could actually turn into something big. Great stun up against the wall, lands the wallop as well. And Rich takes about 3 turret shots.
Be happy with that turn of events.
Yeah. Ruler's just getting free farm in the bottom side. And the longer this goes on, you know, he goes back, he picks up an item, now he can join. So they're not even going to wait that long. The engage comes in, Clid flashes forward and gets stunned up, but it does not matter. They do not have the damage. And that Grand Skyfall comes in from Rascal, and they pick up 2 kills. Genji with another massive lead here in game number 2.
And it's starting to look like game number 1. You've spent so much resources trying to make it work on the top side of the map. But then it doesn't work out. Maybe a retake here, because they are kind of low. Use a lot of ultimates.
Well, looks like Genji are very aggressively looking to push them away.
Yeah, never mind, Ruler was there. It's over.
They're actually still going. The spear is going to miss. That is so unfortunate. The Void Seeker does land, but it doesn't matter, because he's going to survive anyway, and Kai'Sa's not going to go that deep.
One-sided game we've seen in the LCK thus far.
Oh, he's dead.
There's a problem.
No flash here. There's enough damage. You just avoid the stun. And
I think we're going to hit that point very, very, very fast, because once these first items comes through, it's going to be a problem as Rascal gets taken down.
You do have the TP coming in. No shield available for Rascal. They're looking to turn it around, and Peanut will have to flash away. But here comes Bay, looking to turn it around. It's 2v3, but that's the first kill onto Peanut, and they don't seem to have the damage to go underneath that turret, and BDD is still moving forward. Not to mention that everybody on the side of Genji is also here, so really getting out of position and absolutely dunked as he was getting pretty desperate for that kill.
On both Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
This game, or this evening, not so much. Goodbye. Laters. Rascal just pieces up.
Ruler's the same level as Bay, by the way. BDD going a little bit too far forward, and he will actually die. Gets shot down before the ultimate does land, so maybe getting a bit overconfident, had very little vision.
Oh no, Peanut, no. You were hidden! You were safe! No!
He got rooted too. He's gonna try to jump the wall again. Like, okay. No,
we've seen.
Not even. Okay. Let me pad my damage stats as I die. Might as well.
Oh,
what you could do there.
Yeah, this. Life. Oh, he's gonna get on top of it.
Oh no! We have Rascal here too. Just bullying them as much as possible. Really getting in there in the thick of things. And Rich just gives them the thumbs up. What else can he do? Well, apparently he can try to kill BDD. We'll see how that one goes, as he will not have the damage. There he goes. Flash comes in, Gore Drinker to the face, and just barely he will take down BDD.
BDD falling into the classic trap of, you know, my team is fat so I can be wherever I want.
Oh,
yeah, that's...
doesn't kill him.
I'm pretty sure he's still gonna die. Oh, why are we zooming in on this?
The full zoom. Yeah.
That's just mean. It's just a series. Oh, come on. Guys, let them have that jump. It's just a series of unfortunate events. And like game 1, Nongshim just don't see. Oh, Ruler.
Okay, they're going to get Ruler. And Gen G maybe having a little bit too much fun. I don't know if it's going to matter, though, because here they come. As we talked about all those moving parts alongside of the Orianna ultimate. TP does come in, and so they will respect Rich, but here comes the turnaround. Looking for the perfect shockwave, I suppose. It hasn't come out just yet. And Rich still on the chase here, but not going to actually commit with the Mega Gnar. Even 5v4, they have to play it safe.
I mean, it's chocolate and butter, right? Like, it's definitely not healthy.
Yeah,
it is very good.
Yeah, I guess it's impossible to taste bad. I just never even considered that combination before. Pretty interesting culture lesson, but Rich trying to teach BDD a thing or two about Gnar, and in fact, he is pretty tanky. So here we go. Clid trying to lead the charge. They are in a bit of a choke, and Light over the wall will be looking for the follow-up engage. We'll see if he can get it. Rich is unbelievably tanky, actually, right now. So that is one thing that I suppose Nongshim do have going for them. A lot of damage done to the side of Gen G. And the disengage was actually pretty nice from the side of Nongshim.
They don't have anything to be afraid of. Then Rich...
Again, here's the engage. They're going to find that backline, and they're looking to kill Ruler. He goes down immediately. Keep in mind, they have a Kai'Sa in their lineup. Gen G doesn't seem too bothered by this. They still want to get on top of Rich, and there is no help from the side of Nongshim. They said, we wanted one pick, and we wanted out. We are not going to follow you in there, Rich, unfortunately. And trying to get in there once again is Life, but another kill over to the side of Duckdom. Feels like he's slowly picking off kill by kill, but at the same time, Gen G still will be able to take this fight for now, as they have the higher health bars.
Very clearly a plan behind what they're trying to do. It's just too little and too late here.
Will Duckdom do it? Nope. It looks like the answer is no. They're going to give that one away, and they say, we are playing for the extreme late game. Although Rich does have a high Narbar here. Thinking about that engage, but a nice disengage from the side of Gen G. Good concave means that it will be difficult to engage onto them. Rich will have to flash away. As Clid, extremely fast. He's got his chem tank, and now he's super slow, and also gets stunned down and immediately chunked out. The rest of Nongshim not in the mid lane, and with the Baron buff, Gen G should easily be able to take down this inhibitor at least.
Game 1, but they're still looking great here.
All right, well, Bay is just left out to pasture. He actually survives for quite a long time. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. That was pretty surprising, but it still is going to be the win here for Gen G, as Peanut will also be zoned away. Gen G kind of playing with their food here. Clid probably calling for them not to end the game, but Duckdom having a little bit of fun himself. He's just gonna Killer Instinct back into the fountain. And wow, they're really just not gonna kill the Nexus, are they?
Oh, guy.
He's TPing back to his own base. That is pretty BM, but they get the win. At the end of the day, Pantheon does the most damage.
That's actually interesting. Rascal, of course, has been really strong in the early laning phase, then kind of punished afterwards. But it's also one of the curses of the Pantheon, if that makes sense, where you just want to be trading, you want to be pushing, you want to constantly put the pressure on. So sometimes it backfires. I think that is like one of the bright spots for Nongshim as well, where they're trying to play to their routes.
Gen G closes out the night with this clean 2-0 victory, and they were managing to pick up the 5th win of the split. And we saw Pantheon for Rascal in this game. Gnar is on top of the tier list, and a lot of players are now coming out with the counter pick for Gnar. I guess Pantheon was one of them. We also had some sloppy ganks coming out in the top lane, and this game as well. Gen G just outplayed the opponents based on their power level. I don't think Aphelios in a vacuum is not a good pick, but still, if you are that talented, well, they know how to kind of make this champion scale even without Thresh. Whereas Nongshim was not able to stop this dominance coming out from the Genji's bottom duo. Genji won this game with a new card, so it's a good sign for them as well that they have a bigger champion pool than we already knew. And Nongshim Red Force, they took away Recon because they did not want to give it away to the hand of Udyr, but Nidalee is not a really good champion when she does not have any click on CC. They had no Renekton, so there was no tool for Nidalee to land her spears in the later phase of the game. And also, Nongshim was not able to just win the game from the get-go, so they were not able to find any turnaround moment in the later phase as well. Let's take a look at the first Herald fight where the game started to turn over to the over status of the game. Kai'Sa was so behind, so Ruler just easily picked up that plate and she just Kai'Sa reset it. And then BDD with that orb, she was able to also force that flash out of Victor. So Genji's players actually rotated over to Herald, and Bey was actually on 99 stacks with that Victor passive, but he was not completing it with his minion waves coming down on the mid lane, so there was no way for them to actually put enough damage and win the fight around that Herald. You see that 99 stack on the toolbar, and he was not able to upgrade his skill. At 10-minute mark of the game, he was not able to hit the 100 CS mark, so he was not able to upgrade and add more pressure at this point of the game. I think Nongshim was over emotional when they were taking that team fight. They had no perfect understanding of the game status. They were not aware of the fact that Victor is not having his power spike yet, but they still took that fight and lost. And let's take a look at another highlight where Nongshim was making some emotional decisions. So because their bottom lane was losing so hard, they just rotated up to the top lane. Because it's Pantheon, Rascal was by so many times, and then Orianna was there for a backup. And the skills were going wide, so they were not able to focus fire one player. So Genji was actually winning this 2v3 fight by themselves. And then with that re-engagement coming out from Rel was the solid rock or the final nail in the coffin for Nongshim Red Force. If they were gonna go really hard, they could just commit harder with Victor TP, but they were not having a very solid stance for every team fight. They were a little bit reluctant to take any fights, but still they were going for it, so they were not able to get any meaningful point after every fight. This time around, I think Genji was having a sandbag just to punch straight throughout the game. And the player of the game will go over to Clint once again. A solo POG for the night. 80% kill participation, and he was having a full control on the Rift. There were some moments where Genji was not fully set up for some plays, but still Clint was fully focused on the game, and he was able to actually be the lead of his team. Here as well, he was collapsing onto the opponent's backline and he was doing massive damage. And then in the end, Nar was the last one to fall down over there. And then once again, as the Mega Nar got turned off, they actually was able to pick up a very easy kill with that mini Nar. A very split vote for today's PUG. of game number 2, but he was able to lock down that POG in the end. Genji. 2-0 victory would be very refreshing, but there were some points that they should discuss after going back to the drawing board.